So when I talk about herd use and how much I have in the coop, the coop itself is about 32 square feet, it's 4 by 8. That usually takes about 2 8-pound bags of herd to fill. But it's important to note that since making the switch to Green Fox's hemp bedding, I can get 6 months out of those 2 8-pound bags. When I look at the run, I've got a much more spacious run. This is 12 feet by 8 feet. I'll use 3 28-pound bags and the same thing. That'll get me at least 6 months in the coop. I've had chickens for about the last 3 years. Before that, we had a few meat bird varieties, but we decided 3 years ago to go into laying hens. It was important to us to have a variety, and so when you see my birds, you won't see 2 that look the same. They're different colors, they're different varieties. We've got different colored eggs that we're getting. My kids just wanted a variety of colors. I have 9 chickens, and of those 9, only 2 are the same breed. Those are my Cochins, but they're both different colors. Otherwise, I have Australorps, Easter eggers, Barred Rocks, silver and gold Wyandottes, just a good mix of birds. The coop was really important to my wife. She was hard to get on board with chickens in the first place, and so when we made the decision to put chickens in the backyard, it couldn't be an eyesore. And so we did a lot of research. We looked at all sorts of blueprints and came across this, which gives us the flexibility of enough space for all of our birds, a run so that we feel like they're getting exercise and they're healthy and happy, and it looks nice in the backyard. It's not an eyesore by any means. All of our birds here are egg-laying hens, and it's important that they're not just egg-laying hens, they're also part of the family. Each one of these chickens has a unique name, from Pecky all the way to Moira. And my kids come out, they pick them up, they walk around with them, they'll read them stories. They're egg-laying hens that are part of the family. Spot cleaning inside of the coop is a daily project. The bedding itself does a really nice job of keeping the moisture out, keeping the birds healthy, keeping the dust down. But it's still important to get in daily, get rid of all their droppings from their overnight, pull laid eggs, keeps them from going broody. But for the most part, the maintenance is very, very low and minimal effort on a daily basis. When I made the decision to put chickens in the backyard, I did a lot of research. And one area where I screwed up early on was I began with just straight wood animal bedding, wood shavings, chips, and I found myself out in the coop almost once a week having to do full bedding swaps. I had odor constantly. We're not in rural Minnesota, we're in the middle of town, and so having smelly birds, having a coop that wasn't maintained well wasn't an option. And so we started out with wood bedding, and then we switched over to chopped straw. Had the same problems, a lot of dust, very low absorbency, had to change it out all the time. And then we found hemp bedding, and just making the switch to hemp bedding was a huge win for us. And it was much better than some of the other products, but it was inconsistent. We'd get a dusty bag, we'd get large herd, we'd get small herd. It worked better, but it wasn't perfect. And since finding Green Fox's hemp herd, it's the best on the market. It's very low dust, it's clean, it's the same size particles, you get great color. It's absorbent, it lasts forever. We won't make a change to anything else. Most chicken owners find out pretty quickly that keeping birds isn't as easy as it sounds, and birds are prone to illness, they're prone to high odors, pests, and when we were using wood shavings or even chopped straw, those were all issues that we were fighting with. And one of the things that surprised us the most when we made the change to Green Fox's hemp herd was how absorbent it is and how great the odor control is. When I say we can go weeks without doing any type of clean in the bedding, I mean it. It really shocked us how much better of a product it is. Some people look at the price tag and they don't do the rest of the math. And hemp herd animal bedding is not the cheapest product on the market, but as long as it lasts, it pays for itself tenfold. Don't buy the chopped straw, don't buy the wood shavings. go for Green Fox Company's hemp herd animal bedding, it'll be one of the most time-saving moves you can make in your coop. My favorite thing about Green Fox's hemp herd animal bedding is that I save so much time keeping chickens now. I don't have to worry about sick birds, I don't have to worry about pests, I don't have to worry about dust, I don't have to worry about coming out every week or every couple of weeks and cleaning. I get a lot more time to enjoy the animals and a lot less time keeping. When we were using wood shavings and chopped straw, my birds would stop laying in the winter almost completely. We had things like frostbitten combs, we had bumblefoot, things that chicken owners hate dealing with. And when we made the change to Green Fox's hemp bedding, those things went away. It's much softer on their feet when they're jumping. It's much more absorbent. It keeps the birds dry. The biggest hazard chicken owners run into in a place like Minnesota is humidity from their droppings turning into frostbite. We were using a couple of different companies' hemp herd bedding, and like I said, it worked pretty well. But it wasn't local. We weren't supporting anybody in Minnesota. It wasn't family owned. The hemp was inconsistent, and so when we found a Minnesota brand grown and processed right down the road, it just made sense for us. And seeing how much better the product is, how much more consistent and absorbent and dust free it really is, it's a decision we're happy with. So in our coop, we're really big fans of the deep litter method. We'll put Green Fox's hemp herd bedding down when we do a full clean out twice a year, and then every month or so we'll just put a little bit of a top off half of an 8-pound bag. The chickens naturally scratch it around, they'll clean the coop for you. This product is really compostable, biodegradable, and so most of their droppings end up just disappearing. And then when we're done, we take it out, it goes into our compost pile and then back into our garden.